Now, once you've thought through the most commonly searched keywords that have the most obvious and highest commercial intent for your business, the next goal is to optimize your website. When I say optimize your website, I'm not just talking about all the technical SEO stuff like keywords, meta titles, meta descriptions, H tags, and so on. What Google really focuses on these days is the user experience. Their goal is to deliver the best content and best user experience to their user base, and thus our goals need to be aligned with that. How do we do that? Well, the first thing is we want to leverage multimedia to improve time on page. So we have pages for each of the different services or subspecialties. So you want to make sure that your title and your meta description are written in a way that it's compelling in a sales kind of way and not just a stuffing the keyword in there a few times kind of way. And then once you get potential customers onto the page, you want to make sure that they stay and have a good experience on your website. You want people engaging on your website, scrolling down, reading content, maybe filling out the estimate request form. And one thing that we found that was great for keeping people on site was through the use of video. From statistics, we know that people are 8 times more likely to watch a video than to sit around and read content, no matter the subject. Plus, people are looking to get a feel for who you are, what your company is about, what your values are, and whether they feel that they will have a good experience working with you. That's what user experience is all about. And as an added bonus, it also helps with your time on page, a metric that Google is monitoring and thus which has an influence on your quality score and where you rank in their rankings algorithm. For most of our client base and those doing stunning renovations and home builds and remodels, the other thing that helps with the user experience is making sure that you have some imagery on your website. And by imagery, I mean pictures of your team, pictures of yourself, pictures of the real people involved in the business, and not stock photos from the internet, but real pictures with real people is what resonates best with potential clients when they are thinking about hiring a service provider that they know, like, and trust. And then, of course, you want to have a robust gallery of your finished work to showcase for all of the potential customers looking at your website. Show them examples of the great work that you're doing and showcase for them your team's design and craftsmanship expertise. Nothing speaks to your company expertise and experience more than a beautiful gallery of previously completed client projects. From there, you want to make sure that you have pages for each of those subspecialties of yours. And then after that, like we talked before, you'll have all of these specialties on each of their own service pages. And you need to decide how many surrounding subcities that you'll want to target. It's not realistic to think that you can target every city and neighborhood around you for 50 or 100 miles. You know, that would kind of be out of control, but you do want to make sure that you have this dialed into your content strategy. And then with that in mind, you create unique content that is well written and focuses on that particular specialty within that particular city. And combined with the image gallery idea that we just talked about earlier, you can also feature a city-specific case studies of a particular project in that city that you're talking about on that page. Again, unique content on every page of your website. Obviously, get a high commercial intent keyword in the title tag, the H1 tag, the image alt tags. Get keyword ideas from your keyword list. And you want to make sure to use those keywords in a way that isn't just Denver remodeling, but rather it's something more compelling like top rated remodeling company in Denver, Colorado. So it's written from a keyword focus, but most importantly, it's also written from a sales copy perspective that encourages people to want to click on your listing. And the same thing with the H1 tag, same thing with the content throughout the page and with your meta descriptions. which the importance of those is always up in the air because you hear so many different things, but it's just something that we always do no matter what. But to bring this full circle and back to the new SEO formula and what's working in 2019, it really boils down to conversion rate optimization. You want to get all the techie stuff right here, but the most important thing is paying attention to the user experience and making sure what you're delivering is matching their intent. And then having your name, address, and phone number in the footer, along with a Google Map embed and some embedded microdata, or schema as it's called. That all lets Google know that this is your company at this particular address, and all of that matches what is on your Google My Business page as well, and all of those other citations as well as that you've also created. And we'll talk about that next. And then, of course, blog on a consistent basis, build your authority, build relevant content to position yourself as the go-to provider in your service area.